Hello everybody, it's a Game Judge here, and we are post-Game Awards, and one of the things I noticed is that a lot of people are upset about Black Myth Wukong losing the Game of the Year to Astro Bot. Now, after I first saw this occur during the game show, my initial response was one of disappointment. How could a game that looks like this beat a game that has such fantastic art like Black Myth Wukong? However, as soon as I mentioned this, my wife, who was watching it with me, said something that made me stop and think, and that something was along the lines of, Astro Bot looks fun, relaxing, and simple. This made me do some introspection. I needed to be honest with myself. For starters, I haven't even played Astro Bot, so how can I even begin to fairly compare Black Myth Wukong and Astro Bot? And secondly, why was I having a knee-jerk reaction to this news with limited evidence to draw an honest conclusion? And I think a lot of this has to do with what style of games that I typically prefer, or the genres rather. I usually prefer serious, mature toned games with styles of art that convey that sort of thing, such as Skyrim, God of War, Dragon Age Origins, Fallout, Baldur's Gate 3, and so on and so forth. However, this is just my personal preference, no different than someone choosing heavy metal over country music. A subjective matter, sure, but we have certain criteria that we can use that generally give us an idea on if a game or music is bad or good within a genre. For example, in games that I like Baldur's Gate 3, I may ask questions like, how is the writing? How are the progression systems? What are the NPCs like? Do they feel alive and realistic in the world? However, fans of Astro Bot may ask different questions to ascertain what makes a good game in this particular genre, the platform genre. And to be honest, they're probably better judges than I am in deciding if this game is a well-made game in this particular genre. It does seem like Astro Bot is well received by fans from what I can tell. Now, popularity doesn't necessarily mean something is good, but it can speak to the general quality of something at least on some level. I guess the big point I'm trying to make here is we should all be more careful in situations like this and do our best to recognize our internal biases and do our due diligence in investigating things like this instead of giving into our initial emotional responses. I say this because we should support games in different genres, even the ones we don't like, if there is at least good indicators that they're of good quality. This as a whole, I feel, is better for gaming and will prop up the good developers in the gaming world so that we may all enjoy the genres that we like with good quality games. Just remember, just because a game is of a different genre or style than you prefer, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad game or poorly made. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope to see you all on the next one.